Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be ranking every Dragonland boss. Because Dragonland is very underrated, I felt like it needed some sort of treatment. And while the Dragonland video game series is done, and I have done that for my treatment, I still feel like it needs more treatment, so I'm going to do a ranking of every single boss in the game. So with that said, let's go. 12. Big Old Bertha. That's not actually the actual name, but whatever. Also, shout out to Tap Gameplay for the clips. Anyways, you think you fight a small, version of the boss, but he actually becomes big. But it's super easy. All you need to do is hit him. And each time you hit him, he becomes smaller and smaller, and eventually you just destroy him. It's a stupid easily boss, and I don't like that sort of, easiness. 11. Giant Scorch. So while this has 200 health, it's kind of a lie because every time you defeat him, he goes by 150, then 100, then 50, and then eventually you destroy him. Basically, you have to make him dizzy, and you have to play as Flora because she's the only person who can do something like that. While it's an interesting boss, it is very easy, and there's nothing really special about it, so... Plus, there's better bosses than this one. 10. Astral Serpent, whatever. Anyways, this boss is stupidly slow. I mean, you can see the trail and stuff, but it's more of a waiting game. And while, yes, it's easy to destroy the boss by hitting on him multiple times, it is stupidly slow to do, and it is so annoying to do. Eventually, around 60, sometimes he dies. So, I don't know, this is without a doubt, one of the slowest bosses ever in a video game, and I think this is the slowest boss in the entire game. Who knows? This is just not that fun to play. I just don't like this boss at all. 9. Big Bertha EX. So, yeah, this is basically a better version of Big Bertha. And you think, oh, so it's much better than the regular Big Bertha. Yeah, I guess you can say that. But it's still stupid easy. There is, balls falling from the sky. And then you have to go into the winds in order to stomp them in. You do this a couple of times, and then you win. And the reason why I put this a little higher, because there is some little strategy. But there's better bosses than this one. 8. Plant Blaster. So this boss is, big, as you expect. Every boss has to be big. Anyway, he spits out bombs, you have to throw it at him. And at points, mini versions of him will come and destroy you. It's a simple boss, but frankly, it's an interesting one. As you have to be very careful about the plant blasters. And also have to remember to destroy him with the bombs. It's not one of the best bosses, but I say it's a pretty interesting one to play. 7. Big Bertha and Scorch Train. Big Bertha, the first two bosses, yeah, you get it, they're easy. But this makes up all for that when, ta-da, there's a lot of Scorches, and you have to be careful of the Scorchins, but you also have to destroy them. And it's definitely one of the most interesting bosses, and it's actually the best version of Big Bertha, because, with that added layer, it makes it one of the most interesting bosses, and I absolutely think it's replayed tons. 6. Plant Blaster EX. So, this one is a bit different. Instead of just going the similar route, being the exact same as before, it goes a bit different in that he splits up into multiple and you have to find the real one in order to destroy him. This is a pretty interesting boss because of that, and it makes it very difficult to find the right one. Except for this guy. This guy knows what he's doing. Come on, it's supposed to be difficult. I guess that's for some players it's easy. Whatever. 5. Giant Scorch EX. So you're thinking, oh, this is going to be very similar to the original. Oh, that's so unoriginal. But then after doing his usual thing, getting dizzy and all that, once you destroy him, he does a force field, does the exact same thing he did before, but it doesn't dizzy him. Instead, the force field dizzies him. And this makes it even harder. Because you think, oh, okay, so we're gonna destroy him when he becomes dizzy after when he does his little twirl thing. No, it's different, and instead he does it when he gets the force field. This is an interesting boss, and it's definitely one of the most creative, and you know, I always say interesting, but like, come on, Dragonland is so underrated that this is, like, the bosses are so fun later during some part of the games, like this game. Jeez. 4. Astral Serpent. So, yeah, I made a little spelling error, and I recorded that audio yesterday, and I messed that up. Oops. But anyways, this is very similar to the original, but there's one difference. There's asteroids trying to destroy you, so you gotta pay attention to the asteroids, and you also gotta pay attention to the Serpent. Oh my god! And destroy him. It's a very difficult boss, and frankly, it's one of the best bosses in the entire game. And while it's not in the top 3 section, it's still a good recognition to deserve. 3. Giant Samurai Scorchin. So yeah, this person wants to teach him to be like basically a samurai. Actually, no, he's trying to destroy Blaze. Anyways, he goes very insane, runs and tries to chase you, and if he gets dizzy, you can destroy him with the spikes. You have to get it into perfect position. Then he gets into the red plate and throws at ninja stars, and then it repeats over and over. But that's good because this gives the player very big difficulty and makes this interesting. And sometimes if he doesn't go to the red place, he will also just use him ninja stars. So yeah, this is a difficult boss, and I absolutely love this sort of challenge. I love this. 2. Giant Penguin. Look how cool he is. He doesn't think we're cool though, because he's like, I don't have time for games, dude. In fact, Blaze says, do you like to do ice skating? He's like, dude, I don't care, get off my land. So basically, there's eggs. Your plan is to basically find the right one that has bombs. But wait just a second, there's also penguins. So you have to throw the bomb at the perfect time when you actually get it. But sometimes you can miss your shot. And yeah, this is like a really interesting boss. But the reason why I put this higher is because he just looks so cool. But yeah, and even the strategies are really good too. So yeah, what can top this? Well, let me tell you. 1. Borgin. Whoop. Here we go. The main man himself. You finally get to fight him after you kidnapped your friends multiple occasions. So yeah, now our plan is to finally destroy him. And unlike other bosses that are just kind of simple, and there is some strategies, this one goes all in. Basically, there's 2 cannons. And basically, you have to connect both cannons. And while you're doing that, there's some rocks who are trying to destroy you. After you press both of the cannons, then the actual thing that will shoot them, the cannons, will eventually shoot the cannonballs. Then later, it goes like this over and over, and he even gets super angry that he tries to throw, swing his, little bat kind of thing to make this a bit of a difficult challenge. It's definitely the best Dragonland boss I've ever seen, and I really wish this was mentioned more because it's so underrated, and I just love this sort of challenge. Before I end this video, I'll give a shout out to Tap Gameplay for this footage. If it wasn't for him, I would never make this video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. My next ranking video will definitely be on Cookie Run Kingdom because that's one of my favorite games that I've ever played, even though I stopped playing it. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!